right, let's do it. It's another episode of Hard Hats Conversation, a station that talks about politics, money, life, sports, and anything else you want to talk about. Also, a lot of social issues and things of that nature that affects our quality of life. Hi, I'm your host, Richard, and let's get into it right away about some of the issues and stuff that's going on in the world right now. I just want to, in my last episode, I was talking about stocks and certain things to invest in. I made a mistake and I was really talking about Bitcoin, the digital coin that everybody's trying to talk about and learn about. I have a little basic knowledge of it. And the app I was referring to last episode was called Coinbase. That's a digital currency, it's not a stock. So those who want to invest in Bitcoin, I recommend Coinbase to start off with. It'll help you navigate through investing in digital currency. So my mistake, learning. Thank Dominate the Books for that comment about that's not a stock, that's Bitcoin. It's a digital currency. And I just want to say thanks, Dominate the Sports. And also check out his, not Dominate the Sport, Dominate the Books, I'm sorry. Check out his site, Dominate the Books. He's a sport betting site. His name is Keith. And like I said, I've been rocking with him for a while now. And I mostly win than I lose. So get on board. That's Dominate the Books. And his name is Keith. Also, on that Bitcoin, on that Coinbase app, I got a couple of stocks. I'm going to get back to you again that I did in the last segment. It was called, let me look at my notes again. It was called Internet Computer. Internet Computer. And also COTI, C-O-T-I. COTI. C-O-T-I. That's two small stocks. I mean, here I go again with the stocks. I'm so used to the stocks. Trying to get into this digital coin currency. But those are the two that I would try to start off with. They don't cost a lot of money. You can bet as low as $1 on Coinbase. So check that out. All right, let's get into it, folks. This is Monday. I'm in the Cleveland area. Again, my name is Rich. I'm your host, Richard. This is Hard Hat Conversations. We're about to talk about some hard stuff. So let's go. I'm out here in the Cleveland area, folks. Guess what I saw on TV over the weekend? On the news. I guess this happened in Columbus and also Cincinnati from the report. I guess we having some problems with some street racing and groups of people taking over certain parts of the street, folks. Blocking interstates and commerce where people can't move around, threatening folks with guns. They're wearing masks and all kind of stuff. We got a problem, folks. We got a serious problem. This is what happens when you disrespect law and order. You know, when you have a few bad apples in law and order and you want to paint a broad brush against the whole law enforcement, this is what happens. You know, now you have law enforcement that nobody respect anymore. So because we was told that every police officer is out to get everybody, which we all know that's incorrect, because a lot of us out there that's listening right now have family and friends that are police officers. We know that's not the truth. So this is what happens when your government, your so-called government, preaches this, and your political leaders and your mayors and your stuff like that, your congressmen, all of them that's in so-called in charge of our money. You know, I like to say our tax dollars. They put this agenda out there, and now we have no fear of the police. We don't, because we're just doing random crimes, and like what they're gonna do if they do anything, we'll sue them. We'll claim racism. You hate women, you hate gays, you hate this, you hate that. So now we done got into all of that. So when is it a crime, folks? Those out there that's complaining about the police like they out there hunting us down like dogs, I don't see it. I'm glad they out there because I guarantee you, folks, as soon as something happen to you, they'll be the first number you'll be calling to come help. And one of your family members acting up, somebody breaking into your home, somebody stealing your key up, somebody knocking grandma over the head, somebody in your backyard. So just because we have a few bad apples, you want to just act like we need to defund the police. We need more police. We need more community police. We need more police patrolling the neighborhoods. Yeah, neighborhoods, because we don't have a community. The poor minority folks that live in the cities and the poor areas don't have communities. They have neighborhoods. So we do need more police in those neighborhoods because that's where most of the crime is going on. The majority of the crime is going in those poor minority neighborhoods, and we all know it. We know it. So we do need more policing in those types of areas because we have to slow down what's going on over there because the criminal activity is getting out of hand. All you got to do is turn on your local news. Turn it on. You'll see it. I know it's not affecting a lot of you outside the city of Cleveland, but I guarantee you, if we don't quell that, it's going to spread out. It's going to spread out to some of the nice suburbs that's already taking a hit now. So we really have to attack this issue. And these politicians that don't want to go along with the game and say, hey, we need to slow down on crime, and we need to get them out. Get them out of office. Shame them. Talk about them. Show their records. Because I guarantee, like I said in my other episode, they don't live down there with you. Their families are doing good. They're going to the top schools. They live in the top neighborhood. And then they got the nerve to come down here and tell the working poor that's trying to eke out a little life that, oh, you don't need all these police. They're not good. They beating up all of y'all. No, they're not beating all of us up. Sometimes you have to rough up a criminal. A criminal going to fight back. A criminal is not going to run, and when the cop catches, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Officer, I won't do it again. No, he's going to fight back. He's going to try to do everything he can to get out of it because he's a coward. He don't want to go to work every day. He don't want to join us and try to make a life, a decent life. He don't want to respect other folks. They just want to get what they want, and they don't care about nobody else. That's what a criminal does. That's some of the stuff he does. So let's stop beating up on the police because we need them. And if we see some bad cops, let's tell the whole world. Let's shame them. Let's get them out. Just like a bad teacher, bad construction worker, bad doctor, bad nurse, bad person working at McDonald's, bad person that's cleaning your floors, bad dentist, bad everything. That's bad in every profession. So we're going to destroy the whole profession because of a few bad apples? We still need law and order, and our law and order is not intact. We got to change that, folks. It's going to get to you one day. I'm telling you. This may sound crazy while you're living good right now. It's going to be knocking at your door. Crime is like a disease. If you don't treat it, it's going to spread. I'm going to name some of the spots I saw on TV that's worrisome around the Cleveland Northeast area. Number 1, West 25th and Lorraine. People that are familiar with that area, they had a little powwow there. Roses Plaza, 3250, West 65th Street. Know that area very well. They had another powwow there. East 105th, Martin Luther King Drive. They had another powwow there. East 93rd Street, Opportunity Corridor. They had a powwow there. Just driving home today through there, I see they got some police cars there. Finally. East 55th and Woodland, another powwow there. I think the biggest powwow was on westbound I-90 West near West 14th Street. This has been a problem even with the previous administration. It's just been building up. Remember they was in Mayor Jackson when he was mayor that they was doing with the dirt bikes and stuff like that, and they never really addressed that issue. There's nothing wrong with dirt bikes. It's a recreation vehicle. Some people like it. But there's a place for that, not in the streets where people are walking, cars are driving, they're not licensed. There's a place for that. Okay, folks? There's a place for that. And if they don't want to follow the laws, then we need to start locking them up. We know where they are. They don't live in some foreign country. They're not disappearing. We know where they are. People got to start turning them in. You holler you want the street safe, you want the police, you got to call and turn them in. And say, hey, this is where they are. They're coming up and down my street every other day, making all kind of noise. That's not being a snitch. A snitch is a hero because a snitch is trying to save his community, his or her community. A snitch is a hero because they're speaking up against wrongdoing. One snitch can't do it. We need a community of snitches. That'll run them out of there. Come on, folks. You know this. This is not nothing new. You need a village. One person can't do it. One person can't talk about it. You need a village. One person just can't keep calling. You need everybody that's being affected over there. Call. There's other means of being anonymous. Come on. I know it's tough out there. But this is getting out of hand when you don't even want to come out your door. How you going to live like that? That's crazy. Let's hold these politicians and these people in power accountable. Because at the end of the day, they need you around to spend money so they can fill their pockets. They got to eat too. They have a home too. They have children too. And if they don't help do nothing about it, it's going to affect them as well. Because once the resources run out of the poor minority neighborhoods, they're going to spread out where? To the nice neighborhoods. So don't just act like, oh, I live out here, I don't have to worry about it. That's a lie. That's a lie. You have stores out there that you need minority people to work in. The poor got to work somewhere. That's why they call it the working poor. Stop this ego. Stop this ego thing that, I'm better than you and this and that. No, you're the same as me. The only difference is that you got more zeros in your bank account behind mine. Besides that, you got every other problem like everybody else have. You get sick. Family members have problems. You fight. You argue. You got the same problems we have. The only difference is you got a little more money than we do. And not saying nothing wrong with that. It's what you do with it. You're supposed to help your fellow man. I ain't talking about give up everything that you have. But come on. Help somebody. Stop giving everything to an organization. You want to give a little bit to an organization, that's fine. But get out there and do it yourself. I think you feel better when you actually hands-on. I think you enjoy it more. Now, I know some of you can't do the hands-on. You have to give to these organizations and stuff like that. But be careful when you get to these organizations, because some of them don't do nothing with it. There's a lot of non-profits out there. They call themselves non-profits, but somebody got to run the business. Somebody got to handle the money. Somebody got to do the leg work. And there's nothing wrong with them getting a little stipend to do that work. There's nothing wrong with honest work. I don't mind that. It's what they do with the money. That's what I have a problem with. It's what they do with the money. You have 1,000 kids. Let's say, for example, you have 1,000 kids. I'm just throwing something out there, folks. You have 1,000 kids out there in this group, in this organization. Say, we got 1,000 kids. We need this grant money to do blah blah blah. This they need coach. They need this. We need activities. La la la. That's beautiful. I love it. But when you only got 5, 10, 25, 50 kids out of 1,000 that's making it through, we need to see what's going on. Something ain't working right. 50 kids ain't gonna make a difference out of 1,000 in the neighborhood. What are those poor other 1,000 gonna do? Whatever the reason is, they're not making it through that program. So we need to revamp the program, or we need to try something else, because it's not working. We just can't keep throwing money in the fire. You know what's happening with money? You throw it in the fire, it's gonna burn up. Like I said, a few people making it through, that's fine, but we need to make a big dent. We had an epidemic, folks, in some of these neighborhoods. That's right, no communities. The news gonna call it community. Oh, it's okay to call it community because you don't live in the community. And neighborhoods, it's all free fall. Everybody's trying to survive. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know the name of their next door neighbors. You're going to call it a community. A community come together and a group of people come together. Look up what community means, folks. Look it up. It means come together to solve some issues that's going on in the neighborhood. Not one person, the community. This is ridiculous. I'm going to read it one more time. This affects you guys and girls out there. Not just the city, but out in the suburbs. West 25th Street, Lorraine. Roses Plaza, 3250 West 65th. East 105th and Martin Luther King Drive. East 93rd and Opportunity Corridor. East 55th and Woodland. Westbound I-90. West near West 114. Come on, we know those areas. We live up here in Northeast Ohio. Columbus and Cincinnati is starting to have the same problems too. So they can track everything. I heard it was something on social media. I love social media, but there's the dark side of social media as well. And we all know that anything that we create good always gonna have a dark side. I don't care what it is. And now the social media is getting out of hand with the dark side. So do we shut down the whole social media? No. But when it started getting out of hand on the dark side, what do? We go and attack it. We got to slow it down. They can trace all kind of stuff. We know where they are. We know who's doing it. They don't live in a foreign country, all of them. They live right around the corner, next door. The next city over, the next town. We know where they are. There's ways of tracking that mess. We got to start putting them in jail. Let them think about it for a minute. Every time they go out there and do these powwows, they can go to jail right away. They have no respect for law. And the lawmen are scared that they're going to get sued or all this stuff or lose their jobs. How you expect somebody to stop this? These are felonies they're creating, folks. They're felonies. They are felonies. They're against the law. Hopefully, like the report said, that the FBI and the state will start doing something. Send in the National Guard temporarily. Come on. Put the National Guard on each corner of the street to cut this down. If they want to act crazy, we arrest them. This is getting out of hand. And it's connected to the juvenile system over there. All them fights you see on the news, fights going on in there. These kids are out of hand. And these kids have parents. They have guardians. We need to hold them accountable. Come on, folks. This is a village. This ain't just, we can't just beat up the kids. There's a cause and an effect. Something is causing these kids to do this effect thing. And we need to find the root of the problem. Police can't do it. They're there to stop it, not fix it. They're there to stop what's going on. Whatever illegal activity it is, they're there to stop it. Quit trying to make them big social workers. They don't have time for that. So much crime going on. They got to stop it. Then there's the next that send them to social workers. Let the criminals talk after the police arrest them and stop them from tearing up the neighborhood. Send them into the what they call them. Help me out, folks. Comment, like, and subscribe if you got a comment. Help me out. I don't know all this stuff. I told you it take a village, not just one person screaming on the internet. Come on. I'm trying to be helpful here. Help me out. Quit hiding. Say something. Point in a good. Give some solutions. Remember I told you this show is about solutions. These things affect us locally. It may not affect you now. It may take a year or two. It's coming. And we'll be talking about the same thing 2 or 3 years later. Oh, I forgot one other powwow. Don't forget, we don't forgot about Playhouse Square already. Come on, folks. Come on. That's my rant for the day, folks, on that. Got to do something about that. I got a segment called, I'm going to start calling every time I come on here. And you can send like, subscribe, please comment. You can send a question in if you want me to talk about it. I'm going to call it, I Got a Question. And here's my I Got a Question segment. I'm going to name some companies real quick, folks. Let me look at my notes. Walmart, Giant Eagle, Dave's Supermarket, Heinen's, Myers. Remember, I got a question for all of them. During the pandemic, remember the pandemic? Yeah, I remember it. We couldn't go nowhere, no movies, no nothing. The only places they allowed us to go with them masks was mostly what? Some of us had to work or a grocery store. The reason I named those grocery stores, let me give it to you again. They're those ones that didn't pay no attention. This is I Got a Question segment. Walmart, Giant Eagle, Dave's, Heinen's, Myers, and there's others. They made a lot of money during the pandemic. You know why? We didn't have nowhere else to go but to the grocery store. We ate good, didn't we? Government gave us that extra money. They doubled everybody's food stamps. We ate good. And so did all those 5 stores I just named. They ate good. Now we've been in an inflation. To me it's a recession, but they don't want to call it that. The price has been high for the last few years. Remember how they used to tell you, oh, we want America, the citizens, to turn their heat down. We're trying to conserve energy. Turn the air conditioning down because we're using too much power on the power grid. So they want you to do your part, right? Where were these stores at? Where are these stores right now? You know what they doing? To me, they taking advantage. They raising the prices. And you know why? When their prices get raised, they're going to pass it on to you. So you get no relief. Why don't they help out this time and say, you know what? We're going to eat a little bit because we ate real good during the pandemic. American people took care of us. They had all those extra food stamps. And the people that didn't have food stamps, the workers, they spent more time in the market than they did when it wasn't a pandemic. Because guess what? We just wanted to get out and do something. So how come these supermarkets can't eat a little bit and help out? I thought we all one big America, right? They always say, oh, American people, come on, donate this, donate that. Well, come on, business. Help us out. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody told me Giant Eagle said they're going to lower their produce 20%. Yeah, they probably lower it 20%. You probably won't see no difference. They have made enough money. They should lower it to 20%. But they're going to raise something else up 20%. But you'll be the first ones. They'll be the first ones to tell you need to do something. No, they need to do something. They need to help the American people. Because without the American people, like me and you, they wouldn't be rich. They wouldn't be prospering. Because they wouldn't still be in business. Because if they were losing money, they'd be out of business, folks. They making money. They ain't sitting up there in business because they like losing money. They like making money. If they don't make money, they're gonna close it down, move somewhere else. We all know that. We don't need no college education to understand that. Folks, that's all I have for you tonight. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, please subscribe, like, comment. This is Hard Hat Conversations coming at you real hard. Thank you for listening. Peace out.